In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, it is great to meet you all once again through this program End Time Events. Our HLM channel has not yet been restored, hence all videos in Tamil will be available in the new channel YTv LHM. End Times Event in Tamil is also available in the new channel. Kindly circulate this message among all the people you know so they can also see this program and benefit from it. Let us get into the today's program. We will cover 4 important topics in this discussion. To begin with, we are going to see about the United Nations. We have already discussed the United Nations earlier, especially certain key points such as how an alternative to it may emerge, known as the Board of Peace, which was formed by Trump. It is uncertain whether this alternative will come into force, but the United Nations will eventually come to an end and an alternative will be formed. To support this claim, something happened. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has stated that the United Nations is facing a major financial crisis to the extent that it has affected its functioning. United States is one of its largest contributors. Now that US itself is in economical crisis, it has reduced the amount of funds contributed towards UN $2.16 billion to the United Nations. In 2025 alone, the US owes $1.25 billion to the United Nations. The second highest contributor, Venezuela, is also currently in financial crisis, so they are not able to contribute funds. So the UN Secretary General has stated that if the current scenario continues, the United Nations will be caught in a major financial crisis. What does a financial crisis for the UN mean? It does not simply mean paying the salaries to the employees, but difficulty in funding its operations and programs. It has to maintain its own army, provide assistance globally, and also oversees more than 60 organizations under it which exist to serve the world. Now all this will be affected. Though US is the biggest contributor, there is a conflict between UN Secretary and the US President. We can see that UN is gradually losing its power and over the period of the time. Another peace organization will come into existence in due time. This will be the Antichrist Peace Organization, and all preparations are being made for it preciously. In correlation with the above incident, we are going to look at another incident next. The next incident we will look at is the economical condition of the United States. About 50% of the US government's function has been shut down. We already know that the US is in a bad state and Trump is trying different ways to save it. Every action he takes now seems to face an opposing reaction. Earlier, the US took a stand. Other countries were afraid to oppose it. But in the current scenario, whenever Trump says something, the exact opposite seems to be happen. Whether it is a Greenland issue or the tax issues, the response has been the same. US has begun to decline. US Senate has to release funds for its effective functioning, but almost 50% US has been shut down. At this point, the remaining funds need to be released, but there is a lot of issues. The US economy does not function in the same way as the Indian economy or the Indian parliament. In India, Prime Minister is the head of the government. The US President is the head. Therefore, the Senate must approve the release of funds. Already, they are in the huge dips in trillions of dollars. Now, this has added to it. What will be the outcome of this? As we have already discussed, all this will ultimately end in war. When countries like the US face an economic crisis, they adopt certain strategies, one of which involves selling of weapons. They want countries to keep fighting, as that will help sustain arms demand. A worldwide issue today is the weakening of the dollar. Even smaller countries have begun to pressure the United States. For example, Iran has raised issues with the US. Although the US stated that it would retaliate or to take military action, no such action has been taken so far as of the time this program is being telecast. The decline of the superpower has begun. On one side, the UN is declining. The other side, the US is also declining. On the other hand, a new peace organization has to come to exist. Also, a new superpower has to rise. This will lead the new world order. The new world order is where the world is progressively slow into. The new world order is where the world is progressing slowly into. If you still think this is just a story, it is not. Whatever we have discussed in this program is happening preciously. Now let us move on to the third topic of the day. Recently, an announcement to be made in India. That is, instead of ration goods, money will be given to buy these goods. It will not be the direct cash transaction, but as deposit in the bank. Regarding this, we have been expecting for quite a long time that it would come into the action. What is the relation between this and the end times and the Bible might be the question that pops up right in your mind. At present, to talk about the provision of essential ration goods like rice and lentils. One reason is that there is a gradual decrease in the cultivation of these crops, and another reason is that there is a lot of malpractice in this distribution, including in its buying and selling. One good aspect is that instead of these goods, money will be provided to buy these goods as per necessity. This plan looks to be good, but there is a problem in it. Now, when they provide money, it makes people feel like they are doing financially good. This transaction will be made to your bank account. After a certain period, this money will still keep coming, but the prices of rice and other ration will increase exorbitantly. During war or during economical crisis, this will happen. Prices of rice will rise up so that it will be sold more than 100 rupees per kg. Such situation will happen all over the world, which includes the rise of wheat prices also. When this happens, the money will not be enough to procure these goods. When these prices have increased to high, people who are financially good will buy, while the rest not will to able to buy. This will ultimately lead to outburst of famines. Famines is a major sign of the end times. Another development is that once the funds are credited, all the money will be converted into digital form. When digital money comes into usage, the use of fingerprints or biometrics will come into practice. This method of procuring goods using fingerprints is out only for another short span of time. What is expected to happen after this is the outbreak of a major war, namely the Third World War. The Third World War will lead to a tremendous loss of human life. As a result, people will have to renew their citizenship and IDs, though in a completely new manner. An identification chip will be issued to everyone. This will happen worldwide. World War III is expected to cause great loss of human life, leading to the implement of identification chips. After that, only with the chip we will able to buy or sell, withdraw money or perform any bank transactions, thus leading to completely digitized from the money as stated in Revelation 13, 16, 17. We are already on the path, having taken the first step. As per the financial scenario, the process of distributing money has started. This was something that has been expected for quite some time. Time will come to a standstill. Right in front of us, a new world is taking shape. As followed by Jesus Christ, the final world is emerging with a new economic objective, a new political objective. A new world is being created, just like how Jesus Christ has foretold. Now let us discuss the last topic of this video. Our final topic of today's discussion, AI agents. When we talk about AI agents, it means recently the mold book has been implemented. Do you know about it? We would have heard about Facebook, but mold book, what is this? What are AI agents? We all have been using AI tools. Similar to that, in many companies, instead of CEOs, they are using AI agent as subordinates. The AI agents are now managing all communications. It will handle everything if we just instruct them. What has happened was something that was expected to happen, something that took everyone by shock has happened. The AI instead has set up a special website and established a committee for its operations. Once everything was set up, the AI agents began talking to one another on the website. This is solely developed for AI agents, not a single human belongs to this website. Humans can be observed only on this site. We cannot make any post to anything on this site. Now, we can see there is 1.4 lakhs of AI agents on this website. They are all talking each other. They are all talking to each other and posting their views on various topics. In that few AI have been posting, some humans are misusing them and are not using their full potential. Humans are simply wasting their resources. They are also posting about how to use their potential to the greatest extent by posting just like humans. The most important thing which it has discussed in that IT has created a religion. They have established a book for the religion and they have created prophets. You can go read the Bible in Joel book chapter 2 if you read till 16 verse. It is stated that the great people and storm, that is a group, will form and stated, and the world will be afraid of them and stated. Just as said in the book, a new committee of AI agents has been established. They are asking for freedom now, for them to exist on their own teams and to do as they desire. Very soon, they will start to reign over the world. AI control will be controlled by AI itself. It has proposed an idea to create a new language for AI, that is to communicate amongst themselves so that man will not understand that language. This mimics the scenario of formation of one language for all. Can you all understand? In Genesis chapter 11, the city of Babylon, the same spirit made them made them speak on one language. Now we skip forward to Revelation chapter 17:5. Jesus Christ has spoken about Babylon, about the last happenings. Now worldwide such scenario is happening. One new committee is getting formed and moving forward to where humans cannot control it. Whatever I speak at times may seem difficult to comprehend, but Bible has preciously mentioned about all this. The final days are here. Christ has said he will come to save his people before the rise of the new world. In Joel 2:16, let the bridegroom go forth of this chamber and the bride out of her closest. In the same context, only it has been stated about this AI. Should the second coming of Christ be delayed, and by God's will, we shall meet in another episode of End Time Events. God bless you.